In this short video clip, we're going to talk about measuring cabinet pressures within the multi-stage machine. Another important management tool on making sure that we have the proper operation or that the equipment is operating properly. In a Super J, what we're looking for an total operating pressure is a 0.5 to 0.55. In a Big J, we're looking at a 0.4 to a 0.45. So with that said, this is a Super J machine, so I should have a total pressure of somewhere around a 0.5 to a 0.55. If I don't have that, there could be some issues again with airflow, fans, fan spacings, gaskets, door seals, dampers, aisle doors or center doors, turning, position of the racks. If we have gaps in the racks, all could be issues with our cabinet pressures. So we'll get started, and what we do is we take our hose and put it up underneath our rack, making sure that we're in the positive port on our handheld digital manometer. So we're going to position the tubing on the positive port. I should then have somewhere between a 0.5 and a 0.55 pressure. Once I have that established, I will then do the left side and do the same thing to get my pressure. Once I have both of those pressures, they should be very close to one another. They should almost be identical. If not, then we've got side-to-side differences. If we have side-to-side differences, it could be due to turning. It could be due to egg mass. Smaller eggs on one side, some larger eggs on another side, or incomplete turning on some racks, all creating more or less resistance for that air. Or if we have gaps in our seals, that could also cause the issue as well. Or if we have racks that are not butted up against one another and we've got some gaps there, or our curtains having some gaps, could result in some of our side-to-side differences. So once we've established our internal total cabinet pressure, and like I said, I got a 0.50, and which is where we need to be. So I average both sides to get my total pressure. Now I'm going to do my entrance end negative pressure. To do that, I now need to take my hose off of the positive port and put it onto my negative port, and then slide the hose up underneath the door seal to get my entrance end pressure. And what I have here is a 0.30. So with a total pressure of a 0.5 and an entrance of a 0.3, my exit end has to be a 0.2. So with that said, now we have our pressures within the cabinet. Okay, now you've seen how we take cabinet pressures within a multi-stage machine. We've got those pressures, and remember we had a 0.5 for total cabinet pressure, a 0.3 for our entrance end, and a 0.2 for our exit end. Now we need to make a couple quick calculations so that we can understand our 60-40 ratio for our pressures. So, with a 0.3 on the entrance end, you take your 0.3, divide that by our total, and that gives us our 60%. So we had a 60% of a 60% ratio of the air on the entrance end, and then that automatically means we've got 40% on the exit end. So this machine is in balance. We had the side-to-side pressures correct, and we're meeting that 60-40 ratio. So this machine is operating the way it was designed.